All right. I always talk about the not too long ago. I talked about things that are simple but not easy. I was on one of those types of projects this evening. Kind of drove me to a point where I didn't get over here to talk until a little later than normal. But I'm here and I'm excited about the subject. I felt like I was losing a little part of my soul. I talk about a paid membership group to help those who don't who want to achieve extraordinary things, ordinary people achieving extraordinary things. However, so what? What's so big and what's so critical about this group? So what? What's in it for me? Well, let me tell you the story. What's in it for me? And maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because I'm a very positive person, and I was doing well. This was the time I was on the job, and I was in charge. I had a few people working for me. And have you ever been to that point where you worked out? That's my story. I've told it before, but maybe you haven't heard it. I was working at a company. I just switched over, and I was doing well. We were building a training department, and I had a few people working for me, two great ladies, and then this guy. I would dish out assignments, and it'd be good. Everyone would get their assignment. And when you're a small company, you tend to have to do a lot, play a lot of hats. You may have to put boxes together. You may have to staple some papers together to get packages. It's just what you do when you're a small company. You don't have a lot of people. You got to do it on your own. Well, I had two people that were team players and one that just didn't think that was below him to participate. So here's the scenario. This went on for here's the scenario. I'm in charge. We've got our work to do. I divide it out evenly like I always do. Lady one says, that's fine, great, I got it. The second one, great, I got it. And number three, no, I ain't doing it. Come on now. I'm in charge and that's my responsibility is to dish this out. I ain't doing it. Okay. You ain't doing it. All right. So in my mind, as probably in your mind, you got, man, this guy's insubordinate. So maybe you've been there, you go to your boss and you tell him what happens. He's like, well, maybe it's a personality thing. No, it's not a personality, but maybe it's a personality thing. Okay, that's fine. Next day, same thing. I ain't doing it. What do you do? Well, luck has it, my boss's boss is like, no, eventually these things work themselves out. So, as time went on, I ended up switching bosses. I got a new boss, a nice, energetic guy. I'm like, all right. I tell him the story about I've been having a few challenges with my employees, and he said, okay, when this happens, write them up and we'll give it. And I'm like, yeah, finally. It's been going on for 6 months to a year, and I'm like, yes, maybe I've got some help. So, same scenario as usual. We're giving out assignments. I come to this guy. I said, this is your job. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. Oh, yeah. You're like salivating inside. You go back to your desk and you're writing your job in jeopardy. And you write down, I asked the other two. It was fine. The last one refuses to do the job. I give it to my new boss. Feel he's got confidence in me. Oh, no, we can't do this. What do you mean? Are you on my side or what? Am I here alone? No, no, no. Okay, evaluation time. I'm going to write evaluations. You can write evaluations on the two people who are doing well, but this last person, I'm going to do the evaluation. Yeah, that's fine. That's what you want. So then what happens? The guy gets promoted. Promoted. I said yes, promoted. Can you imagine how I felt? First in subordination and then promoted? Have you been there? That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to bring this back around to why membership group? Why this group? I felt lost. I felt alone. I thought I had done everything right. I was doing well. Now I started to doubt myself. It shook my confidence to the core. It's been, I don't know, 10 years or 15 years since it happened. But things like that shake you to the core. What do I do? I've done everything in my power, and it seems like everything I do seems to get turned around. Who do I turn to? Who can I talk to? Is there anyone there that cares? What do you do in that situation? Well, I'll tell you what happened. I was told, go back to your desk and get to work. I went back and I just said, and I'm a spiritual guy, and I said, God, if anyone's going to fix this, I need your help. You can do it because I can't do it. And see, that was it. I didn't have a membership group that I could write this out and get some encouraging words. I didn't have the guy upstairs who was a friend that could listen to me, or the guy down the street who could listen to me. I couldn't tell my wife about it because there really wasn't much she could do. What do? You don't have anywhere. No one to give you that encouraging word to keep going. Well, this is what happened. I went back to my desk. I said, God, if anyone's going to do it, you can. That was the key. That was the key to what happened to me. Because, see, when we're in positions of authority sometimes, and when we start having some success, when you start tasting success, your ego will start to creep in. And when your ego creeps in, you start to think that it's all you. And you start thinking, wow, hey, yeah, I'm pretty good. And see, if you're spiritual and you know that everything goes through and to God, and if you fail to acknowledge him and for his knowledge and for his blessings and for the gifts that he gives you, he'll knock you down. And that's exactly what was happening. Because as soon as I acknowledged, God, if anyone can fix this, you can, I can't, things begin to get better. Now, and God fixes things in his own way. It's not the way I would have did it. But what he did, what he taught me, was a very important lesson, is that when you get to that point and you forget where you came from and who gave you the blessings, sometimes he'll knock you down to remind you where the blessings come from, so that you give him the glory and that you don't take it yourself. So things got better. The boss that promoted him had to give him an assignment, and he botched it, and then he was told he was suspended because it upset the boss. Not because it upset me, it upset the boss. And as a result, the guy was suspended, and he was supposed to do a report or something in order to come back. And it didn't happen and I knew it was going to happen because I knew the character of the person that we were talking about. Anyways, so I say that to say this. I'm there. I won't give up on you. If you're at that point where you think there's no hope and you've been praying and hoping that something would come along, this is it. I won't give up on you. I'll be that encouraging word that creeps in the morning when you think this is it and you can't go on. And I'll give you that note to get you to take one more step, one more day of hope to get you through. Each morning, you see me every night here, but each morning, that same energy, that same excitement. No, you're not going to give me, hello, this is the morning. No, you're going to get energy because you need it. When you're down there, when you just want to give up. I was talking to one of my mentors today about, God, the tremendous thing, what keeps me going in this social world, this social media world, is that I see him every day. If he can't give up, I can't give up. I don't care what happens. I just can't give up. Why? Because he won't give up. He's always there. It's like, man, this guy is always like a nagging pain, but that's what you need. Something to hold on to that's not going to give up on you. Now, if you give up on yourself, I don't know what to do, but I'm not going to give up. He won't give up on me. I'm not going to give up on you. That's my lesson today. When you feel like you're losing part of your soul each day, and you feel like one day is a repeat of the last, and you just don't know how to continue on. You just don't think you're going to make it. That's where the screw comes in. You put a note in there how you're struggling, and all of a sudden you get 15 notes back. Success is failure turned inside out, Silverton of the clouds of doubt. You never can tell how close you are, maybe near, when it seems a fight. So stick to that fight when your heart is hit. That's when things seem worse, that you must not quit. Or the other one, everything looks impossible to the person who never tries. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because there's no life in the comfort zone. Stay in the arena. Don't jump out into the grandstands. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Those are the powerful messages you'll receive daily. And then as you build your confidence, then you can start thinking about changing your perspective to really start to design your life. I was looking at John Maxwell's book, The Leader Within You, and he was talking in this chapter about being proactive about your priorities. He was talking about what is required of me, what gives me my greatest return, and what is most rewarding. And normally he said, find something you like to do so much that you would gladly do it for nothing. I'd do this for nothing, because I've been given so much. Really, I've been given so much. And it shows through me so strongly. I was in Iraq. I was there for a year. And the day before I was to come home, a guy stops me on the way home from the chow hall and says, "Why are you always so happy and excited? What's wrong with you?" That's my DNA. And I want to share it with you, give you that hope, that hope and that purpose to keep going, that hope and that faith to keep going, that it's not always going to be bad, and that we need to persevere through the hard points. You know, we talk about it's like giving birth. It's very messy, but we can't stop. When we stop, that means we give up. And we don't give up. I don't give up. And so my lesson is that becoming a part of my group is becoming part of a force that keeps you going when all the chips are against you. Because I've been there and I know that lonely feeling. So I don't want anyone to have that lonely feeling in my group. You're going to have me there, and I'm not going to let you go. Do you feel a little more comfort? Do you feel like you've got a cheerleader in that corner? I'll go ahead and I've got the, I think I've got like a 3-question test for success. 3-question for success thing that I put down there. And after that, it asks you about, you know, if all the answers are yes or 2 or 3 are yes, then come on, become a part of the group. It can't hurt. It will help. My goal is to help you. You know, one of the things we talked about was the 7 levels of taking a question 7 levels, and I talked about it yesterday. And I was looking at my responses at the end. You know, it's taking 7 level deep exercise. It says the exercise is used to determine what really drives you to accomplish anything in life. And sample, yeah, they say you have a sample, but it says this is one of the hardest exercises that we have to do to reach the next level. And it talks about, you know, what is important to you becoming successful. And then you give a reason. It says, now, why is that important? And then you give that reason, and then it says, why is that important? And it goes 7 levels deep. And then 7 levels deep, here's my answer. So I can provide a positive impact to the world the way God wants me to. A positive impact to the world the way God wants me to. That's why I'm here. This thing is bigger than just a encouraging word. We're out here in a war for souls, for saving people from the negativity of the world, and to becoming, as I said yesterday, becoming that flower that blooms and then is able to drop seeds for other flowers to bloom. That's where we're at. That's why I need you and you need me. So I'm not going anywhere. And I want you on my team. Love for you to be there and allow me to help you achieve extraordinary things. So go ahead, answer the 3 questions below, and then, you know, sign up for the team. And let me start to mentor you, and let the group start to mentor you in such a powerful way, a transforming way, a life-changing way, to give you that energy that you thought you had lost. But now it sparked back up. We flame the fire, we fan the fire, and we're not going to let you go. No, I'm not going to let you go. That's a fact. Thanks. Until tomorrow, have a good evening.